Welcome everyone to an awesome game between Cathay led by Matthew going up against Tzeentch and Rice. Now we're going to be playing on the Corn Wastelands in a Landbattle tournament game. I believe here this was game 2 between a best of 3 of these legends, and at the front we are going to have 5 units of the Blue Horrors, very good mixture of infantry and range, and they're going to be protected by the Lord Choice. So the Exalted Lord of Change here with the Tzeentch magic. We are going to have the Great Arcane Conduit, the Fires of Change, and the Prismatic Plurality. For the spells, we're going to be having the Infernal Gateway, the Blue Fire of Tzeentch, and then the ability, the Portal Glyph. In the backside, 1 unit of the Exalted Pink Horrors, and we're also going to be having some Forsaken. The Exalted Pink's rather nice. They are going to have the Arcane Mirth, giving extra power recharge there for the Winds of Magic. And then on the flanks, we're going to be having Furies dotted throughout the battlefield. So 2 there in the backside, 1 over on the right as well, and they're going to be alongside the Knights of Immolation. A really nice unit here with the Searing Torrent as those bombardment abilities. 5 in total. I believe there's 60 seconds in between each, which means it can take quite a bit of time here to get some of those bomb drops off. But really good stats here, 100 armor, really good charge bonus, mobility. They're a fantastic unit to have in the sky. So on the floor, we are going to be having Jade Warriors with the Sword and Shield here for Matthew. We're also going to be supported with the legendary Terracotta Sentinel, the big bad boy in the pocket, bringing the magic damage, 73 melee attack. I believe that's going to be due to his buffs there. Look at that, 12 melee defense, 8 melee attack, really making him very strong here in the middle. Miao Ying is going to be giving that 100% Harmony Amplifier, which is really going to bolster all the front line. 48 melee defense here for the Jade Warriors, Peasant Long Spearmen on the flanks, Jade Lancers in the backside for some of that mass, and of course the Celestial Dragon Guard in the middle. The crossbows are ready to go, 95 armor, bronze shields. They really are well protected here in the pocket. So a nice little build here coming from Cathay. Miao Ying is going to dive forward. What sort of spells we got today? So she's going to be having Regrowth as well as Earth Blood, backed up by the Transformation of the Dragon and the Wrath of the Storm. And then she's also going to be having the Disdain of the Dragons. So any unit on the ground in a 35-meter radius, -8 melee attack, which is rather good indeed. Life Bloom as the Lord passive, and the Arcane Conduit immediately going into Dragon form. This is a bit of a bold pick, I must say so. And now we're going to be getting the Portal Glyph going out early. Some Chaos Fury summons, maybe compromising the Celestial Dragon crossbows. And these bad boys do have 95 armor, plus also those shields. They have bucket loads of armor piercing, really, really good DPS. And now we're going to have a bit of a side-on challenge as we come in with the Furies. I don't know why we're going silent, so we're going to turn and burn here into the back pocket. The Tzeentch Furies diving into the backside. No shield here for the summon, as of course they're going to be the bland flavor. In the backside, we have Jade Lancers coming in, really compromising. It looks like we're also going to have the Infernal Gateway, a beautiful spell, I must say so, and that's really going to delete a lot of the elite crossbows. Diving over is going to be the Terracotta Sentinel. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a bait here with the Knights of Immolation. Rice really opening up nicely here, compromising the back here of the Cathay build. Breaking with the Jade Lancers, and it looks like in the middle here is going to be lots of Warp Flame coming down the line, and it looks like the Celestial Dragon crossbow is going to get charged by these beautiful beings. And we do see here, charging in the middle, trying to compromise with the Jade Lancers, trying to get in there and prevent them from doing too much damage up against the elite crossbows. Now we do get out here with the Knights of Immolation. In the backside though we have Furies. They're going to be diving yet again down on these crossbows, just preventing them from shooting. They might not necessarily win the battle, but they're going to prevent them from doing all the DPS here up against the front line of the Blue Horrors and the Forsaken. Is it a bit early? Only time will tell. Looks like we are going to get a Blue Fire into the front. That's going to do a lot of damage up against his own Furies, but at the same time, really good up against the Cavalry. Very, very nice stuff indeed. We do see the Peasant Long Spearmen and then also the Celestial Dragon crossbows really taking a big hit. Diving back into the pocket is going to be the Sentinel. Crossbows now going to be firing in the front line, doing beautiful damage up against the Blue Horrors, which are also going to spread lots of blue flame into the backside here up against the Dragon crossbows. Charging forward is going to be the Jade Warriors. Really nice stuff. This probably should have happened a little bit earlier, so we actually couldn't compromise the Dragon crossbows. And it looks like the Lord Choice dies in, but we are going to have the heavy cavalry, that roadstop that is well known here in Warhammer 3. The Jade Lance is going to do the the very, very brave thing and dive up against this demon. The Exalted Lord is going to be getting bent over here. We have Peasant Long Spearmen coming in, and we know they froth at the mouth at any opportunity to stab anything large. And it looks like we're going to get another Infernal Gateway here in the middle. That's going to do lots of damage up against the infantry. We can see just the DPS coming out up against these crossbows. They're really going to be faltering here on damage. I'm actually going to be getting terrified thanks to the big chicken, but it's going to get out here. Blue Flame coming in the middle, a lovely Infernal Gateway, and a really good start here coming from Tzeentch. In the middle, Jade Warriors, two of them fighting up against the Blue Horrors. A little bit unfortunate there for Matthew, but of course, you know, crossing swords there a little bit with the micro, but we are now going to be compromising a lot of the Blue Horrors, so really good stuff in total. Only one of the Celestial Dragons in the back. We do actually have a summon of the Chaos Furies yet again. You can tell they're the bland flavour because they're not going to be having that shield, but they're going to get in the back, they're going to do what they do best, and they're going to be compromising all levels of range. But of course, Miao Ying, she's going to be the dragon of the sky. She's going to be well used to all this kind of flying battle. And here comes in the chicken. The chicken really has to hold back some of these crossbows. We do see on the flank the Exalted Pinks going to be shooting here up against the Sentinel. And these Pinks, they have really good AP. We can see 36 there, 7 of that being armor piercing. So they can actually really take down the Sentinel with good focused firepower. In the middle, another beautiful ability is going to be the pink and blue bombardment. It's going to be the triple faction effect here from Tzeentch as they fire down on the Jade Warriors, getting 2 here. So quite a bit of bang for your buck there, as you're only going to be trading off some of the Blue Horrors. In the backside, Blue Horrors are going to be getting forward. They are going to be compromising here up against the Dragon Crossbows. We have more Furies, and we can tell these are the Tzeentch flavour. They are actually going to have that in brackets, but also they have the shield. So if they dive out here, they probably might not take too much damage overall. In the front, we do see the Jade Warriors losing here up against the Forsaken. Blue Horrors coming to the backside as well. And the Sentinel is actually getting quite a bit of pounding here coming forward from the Exalted Pinks. We might actually want to see if we get Miao Ying going forward and taking care here of the Exalted Big Boys. We actually had the Blazing Squealers in the back, so I don't know where they were hiding, maybe in some trees somewhere, but yeah, they really bring some awesome flavour. They're going to be having the Warp Flame, which you can really get at the back here up against the Sentinel, reducing that armour and then helping the overall DPS of these Exalted Pinks. But Blue's going to be flying, really trying to take down the Sentinel. He needs to find some cover ASAP. We can see that the Knights of Immolation also struggling there. They're going to be down to 16 models, but only 2,500 HP. Wouldn't mind seeing a little bit of healing, but sadly we're not going to be having Fate Weaver today, so they're going to be staying at that health. Jade Lancers coming across. We have some Peasant Long Spearmen. Definitely want to get the Knights of Immolation in. Maybe some bomb drops here. Looks like we're not going to be getting that here so far, but more Pink Flame coming over up against the Sentinel. Also, we're going to be compromising with the Blue Horrors. It looks like we have Jade Warriors not looking too happy here in the front. Miao Ying going to be fighting in human form, hopefully getting some healing across the battlefield. Looks like it is going to be maybe an overcasted regrowth here for the Sentinel. It is duly needed. Yes, it is going to be overcast, 1.2 per second there, with also reducing that vigor. Going to put him back in tip-top shape here in the middle, which is exactly what you need. So we are going to be seeing the Blazing Squealers, maybe even giving some extra amber here up against the Exalted Pinks. I really don't think there's a way back in here for Grand Cathay. Losing those crossbows, which is so good here for Tzeentch. Really good play coming out of Rice, nice and early doors. The Exalted is going to be the backside, taking care of these Jade Warriors, causing some good terror across the battlefield. But it looks like the Sentinel here might be able to conjure up a win back. We do see here that the Miao Ying is going to be charging forward up against the Blazing Squealers. They can't actually fire and move at the same time. So they're going to be getting chased off. Blue Flame here coming for the Lord Choice up against the Sentinel. Wouldn't mind seeing the Terracotta coming over up against the Pink Horrors. So we are going to see the armor sundering effect here, the nice single bombardment coming down on the Sentinels. You can see that lovely missile that's actually going to armor sunder here down to 70 armor. So now actually the Exalted Pink is going to do even more damage. Miao Ying breaks as army losses procs with an awesome battle here with Tzeentch going up against Grand Cathay. A matchup here particularly, which is, you know, rather an interesting one for sure. I would actually say it's rather even, if not very slightly Grand Cathay favoured, but still it's always a very awesome one to cast indeed. Thank you very much for Matthew for sending in this loss. If you guys send a loss, I definitely will cast them, as this was an excellent showcase, and a few people have been asking, how can Tzeentch win this matchup? Well, there's certainly a way you can do it, and the flyers are really needed. You can see here, not probably getting too much value, so 200, 130, and 400, but what that really does is you are going to get damage there, but you're mostly compromising and pinning in the Celestial Dragon Crossbowmen. So you can actually get the spells down the line here with the Exalted Lord of Change. That Infernal Gateway really does some amazing AP damage. So we see here Miao Ying, the Storm Dragon, 866, 700 for the Sentinel, with 0, 122, and 380 there for the Celestial Dragon Crossbows. We can see 0, 72, and 700 for the Jade Lancers, 140, 180, with 230 and 730 there for the Jade Warriors. 70 and 90 there for the Peasant Long Spearmen. And for the Lord Choice, 350 kills, 4,000 damage value. That is excellent work there coming forward from Rice. That is certainly a perfect performance from Tzeentch. 350 kills, 35,800 damage value is damage dealt is just absurd. 830 there for the Knights of Immolation. You saw 530 there for the Blazing Squealers, 1,300 for the Exalted Pinks, and it looks like here for the Forsaken, 514. We saw 400, of course, for the Furies. Not really too much for the other two. 400, 280, 280, 80, and 430 there for the Blues. So a really awesome game. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, please smash that like button. Feel free to leave a comment down below and subscribe if you haven't already. Other than that, I've been your boy Logic. Take care. See you soon.